Hello friends, and welcome to this week's Friday Fire. Just 2 nights ago I returned from another exciting and fabulous trip to Kenya, East Africa, where we were honored and blessed to be able to minister and to serve almost 1,000 different pastors and leaders from across Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. April the 14th through the 17th we were in Malava, Western Kenya, just north of Lake Victoria. And we were with Bishop Eli Taliti, one of the bishops with the Pentecostal Evangelistic Fellowship of Africa. And man, did we have an outpouring of the Holy Spirit. Over 550 pastors and leaders from across Western Kenya and Eastern Uganda joined together in that meeting. And God poured out His Spirit in a mighty way. Many were filled with the Holy Spirit. Others testified of God healing and touching their sick bodies, bringing life to them again. And there was such a spirit of unity there. It was almost like a bomb. A Holy Spirit bomb was about to go off. And there was such a hunger and a thirst and a cry for simple basic Bible training that we have decided to kind of test the waters in Malava this coming August the 10th through the 13th. We will host our first school of ministry there. We're going to do that to try to test the interest, gauge the interest in something like that for Malava. And we're looking forward to that August 10th through the 13th. So if you are watching this Friday Fire from Eastern Uganda or Western Kenya, send me an email to info@revivalnow.org, info@revivalnow.org, and I will send you Bishop Eli's contact information and Pastor John Olumpakoi, our coordinator for the School of Ministries in Kenya, and they can tell you how you can be a part of that first School of Ministry in Malava, August 10th through the 13th. April the 21st and 22nd, we were in Kisii, Kenya with Bishop Stephen Sarara and the AEGA leadership for an AEGA Pastors and Leaders Conference there. We were able to minister for several sessions on understanding your assignment. God touched and the Spirit of God hovered over the service, and God ministered to many people. Several again were filled with the Holy Spirit, touched and encouraged and ministered to in a great way. Then April the 25th through the 29th we held our April session of the Kilgore School of Ministry. Over 114 students registered and attended this School of Ministry in Kilgore this time. I had kind of prepared my heart for somewhat of a letdown. Forgive me, Lord, for my unbelief. But because we had given certificates of completion to so many students, but over half of the attenders, the attendees in this School of Ministry this time were brand new students, people we had never met before, and God did not let anyone leave disappointed. We're very excited to be also had in that School of Ministry Pastor John Cursus from Isoit Sambu, Tanzania. In September, we're going to be sending a group of Kenya pastors across the border to begin a School of Ministry there in Isoit Sambu. In June 7th through the 12th, Evangelist Ekum Grigsby and I from Pearl River, Mississippi will be traveling across the border into northern Tanzania for the annual conference of the Pentecostal churches of northern Kenya that are coming together. For last year we went and over 500 people on Sunday morning were baptized in the Holy Spirit. And there were more laying on the ground in the mud under the power of God than there were standing up. God tremendously blessed and touched people there. And we're excited to be going back to Isoit Sambu, Tanzania in June. Then June the 14th through the 19th, we'll be back in Kilgore for the 5th annual Kilgore Fire and Fire Crusade and Conference. And we invite you to be a part of the outreaches that we're doing there in East Africa. The reason I bring you these reports is, number one, for accountability purposes, because many of our friends across the United States donate to Revival Now Ministries and Revival Now International and help us in these international outreaches. $50 will sponsor one pastor or one leader to attend any one of these upcoming events. In June in Osoit Sambu in Kilgoris. Then in August we'll be in Malava. Then we'll host the annual Kilgoris Women's Conference back in Kilgoris, as well as the August session of the Revival Now School of Ministry. We would love to have you a part of the Revival Now International Partnership team. You can do that by sending your gift, large or small, to Revival Now International, Post Office Box 1076, Lanett, Alabama, zip code 36863. You can also donate to us on the internet by visiting our website, revivalnow.org. And again, $50 will sponsor one pastor or leader to attend any one of these events across East Africa. You can join us this weekend, friends. We'll be at Gateway Family Church in Auburn, Alabama with Pastors Mike and Sue Wright. We're excited to be back there Saturday night, May 7th at 6:30 p.m. will be a marriage tune-up. You must RSVP for this event. You can do that by calling the church office at 334-209-9596. The church is located at 1667 Shug Jordan Parkway in Auburn, and we would love to have you either Saturday night at 6:30 or Sunday morning at 10 a.m. We love you, friends. Glad to be home. Glad to be back with Friday Fire, and I'm praying for the fire of the Holy Spirit of God to fall in your life this weekend.